You guys ever do a mod and then your wife is like, I need one too? It first started off with the exhaust. I got her an exhaust. Then it went with the intakes. I got her the intakes. And now she loves my dash cam from Redtiger. She wanted a dash cam as well, but she didn't want an in-cabin footage. She only wanted the front and the back. That's exactly what we're gonna get into today. We are installing the ViewClear 70 that we have here from Redtiger. It is a 4K dual HDR front camera, and then the rear camera is 2.5K. So it's just like mine, but this one is just the front facing and the rear facing. We're gonna go ahead and install this, and for this one, unlike my car, we're gonna do the Hardwire. This you could also plug with the 12 volt. We'll go over all the features. This is an amazing product. I've had mine for, I think, about 2 months almost, and I absolutely love this. So let's go ahead, get the car ready, and let's get this party started. We got the car in the garage. It's raining over here, man. I'm expecting it to be very straightforward. There's a user manual here with electrostatic stickers to stick on the windshield. Here's a front facing camera. This camera tilts so you can adjust the angle, and it has a full touch screen right here that will go through the settings and the different modes. This is the rear facing camera. So this one gets stuck on the back, and the camera is right here. This is the lens. Let's see what we have here. Cable clips. This is the cable for the rear camera. We have, it looks like, the power supply cable. We have the trim tool to pull back some of the panels if you're using the charger port, the 12 volt. But we're not going to be using this for this video. We are going to be using the Hardwire kit. So that was feedback from the wifey. She didn't want to see any cables, and I don't blame her. So we're gonna figure out where to install this in the car. Inside of here, let's take a look. Let's open this up. So we have another trim tool. Here are the fuse taps, and here are the cables that we need. Let's get right into it. See what kind of panels we have to remove. Let's go ahead and see how we could pull this off. Oh, just some couple clips. There we go. We're gonna put the camera in the middle. We're gonna set it up, and then I'm going to see if I could run the wire behind this and through here. Run it through the liner, and then down here, maybe just like mine, I could run it through here, and then through this centerpiece right here, up on the other side. Yeah, let's try that out. I hope you guys can see here. What we did was we ran it through here behind this little panel. I loosened up this screw right here so we could get a little bit of wiggle room. So I'm tightening it up a little bit here. Back to how it was. I'm running the wire through here. We're gonna run it just like we did in my car. So we're gonna run it through the headliner on this side on all the panels. I know some people ran it through here, but I don't have the proper tools to run it all the way to the front. So I'm gonna go this way and hope we have enough wire. All right, you guys saw how clean that wire tuck is. You cannot see a thing. Now we have the wire coming through the passenger side. I'm gonna run it through here and up above the windshield. And we're gonna install the camera, I think I'm gonna install it right here since we have our little sun pass here. We're gonna install the camera on this side and connect this cable. Running the wire through the headliner up here. We got it behind here. We hid the excess in the roof right around here. And now we're on to the fuse box. I went ahead and removed the plastic cover here. It has, I don't know what these are called. So we've removed 2 of them. Then it has the little light that you just unplug and remove. Here is the fuse box. So I'll let you guys know exactly which one we're going to tap into. So we're going to connect power to fuse 29, which is right there. And then fuse 70 is the accessory, which is right there. And then the ground, we are going to connect to this screw that is right here. So fuse 29 is the bigger fuse tap that is provided, and that's going to the power, which is this one. So we're just gonna connect it. And then the smaller fuse tap, which is this one right here, that's also provided, will go to the accessory. There we go. And this is the ground, which is gonna go connected to the screw that I showed you guys. So when you're doing a fuse tap, the one that's in the fuse box already goes first. So this one goes in the second slot. All right, so we're gonna connect this here. We're gonna do the same. We're gonna run it up through our cover and up our headliner. And then this wire, instead of going to the back, is gonna go down. Let's go ahead and run it down here. Just tuck it behind this. Super easy. Just tuck it behind this. And then at this crease, we're gonna go this way. I'm gonna do my best to show you guys without blocking the view here what I'm doing. So this is my always on fuse 29, which goes right here. Maybe I don't know if I could face it this way. Let me see. Perfect, there we go. So there's 1, 2, 3, this one right here. I'm gonna put that in the first slot of this. I apologize, so I did use the wrong tap. It's not this one, it's the longer one. So I'm gonna go ahead and switch that. All right, we got some action. All right, let's go ahead and turn on the car. Let's see if everything works fine. Let me see, I think the power button's on there. There we go. Yes, sir. All right, you guys can see touchscreen, English. Yeah, New York. Are you sure you want to format? Confirm. This is the initial setup. Bada bing, bada boom. Perfect. Now let's see if I have to adjust the camera angle in the back. Yeah, it's pointing up. So you guys can see that it's pointing up. So I'm gonna tilt it down just a little bit. There we go. That is much, much better. Made sure everything is functional. I'm gonna go ahead, hide these cables, make sure everything's put back, like this plastic piece right here. And then I'll go over the features with you guys. One of the best features about this and being able to hardwire this dash cam is that the parking mode that you see here, you can set to a 12-hour time-lapse recording, so it records while the car is turned off. That's why we installed the accessory and the always on. So we could do 24-hour time-lapse, 48-hour time-lapse, 12-hour. So we're gonna start off with 12-hour time-lapse. That's probably as much as the car is going to be sitting without being driven. Maybe if it's a little bit more, we'll increase it to 24-hour time lapse. That's one of the core features of having it hardwired. Besides that, you guys can see all of these different settings. You have time zones, clock settings. Right now it is 9 o'clock. I've been doing this for a very long time. Let's do manual adjustment. 21, there we go, 21. 9 o'clock, there you go, perfect. So that is working. And I know there's different voice activation features as well. The Wi-Fi is one of my favorite features as well, because when you're downloading videos, all you have to do is connect to Wi-Fi here. It shows you your Wi-Fi name and password. I'll show you guys how to connect that on the screen right now. First, you're going to go into the App Store and download the Redtiger app. This is what it looks like right here. As soon as you're in the app, you could connect a camera with the plus sign. I already have my F17 Elite here. The plus sign up here allows me to connect a new camera. We'll go into the Wi-Fi, Redtiger. So we'll go into the Wi-Fi, enter our password, we'll click join. Perfect. Now we'll go into the app. There it is. This is the front camera that we're looking at right now. So I can tilt this up and down. You see, I'm manually doing it. So let's say I want this angle, or if I want it higher, I can do that. But I'm gonna keep it at this angle right now. And I could look at all the files down here on the bottom left. So these are all the files it's recorded so far. Want to download, I just click the bottom left and you'll see how fast it downloads with the 5.8 gigahertz. Look at that. Boom. And it's on my phone. That's how fast it is. And to just disconnect, you just click on the Wi-Fi and it's back to recording normal. Here's the voice control setting. It supports up to 12 voice commands. You could turn it on, you could turn it off. You can see the different commands right here. These are a list of them. Hopefully you guys can see that. Since this dash cam was voted top pick in 2025 for night driving, let's go see what this is about. There's a pretty good amount of light here, but you can definitely see the clarity in the picture. And then we're gonna go through some dark roads. Hopefully I can find some that aren't well lit so you guys can see exactly how clear this night camera is. I mean, it's not just for nighttime, it's also for daytime, but right now it's dark, so I can't show you the daytime clips, but we're gonna show you guys the daytime clips early tomorrow morning. This street right here is pretty dark. We're about to approach it just now. There's a car in front of me, as you guys can see. And we're gonna see how good the zoom is. Let me try to get a little bit closer. There we go. This is pretty close. You can see the details of the car. And now I'm gonna speed up so you guys can see what the rear camera looks like with the 2.5 HD. Right there, you can see all the details, man. This camera is so good. I have not seen a dash cam with this capability, and that's why I went with Redtiger for my G80 and wife's X3 M40. Because you never know when you're gonna need it. You know, there's a lot of crazy drivers out here in South Florida. A lot of people brake checking, a lot of road rage going on. So God forbid, you wanna make sure you're able to have a camera that captures it all, day and night. So this road right here is one of the darkest ones I've found. I'm gonna turn off my light for a little bit so you guys can see how clear this thing can get. Let's make sure I turn the light on around this corner. But look at this. Very low light, and you can see absolutely everything. I think there's a police officer up there, so I'm turning on the light again. You guys can see the front and the back camera doing its work, doing its thing. Another positive is if you get pulled over for a reason that you can fight, you could definitely use the dash cam. So hopefully the person in front of me right there that's getting pulled over can defend themselves. Currently the next day right now. Let's get some daytime footage so you guys can see the clarity of these two cameras, the front facing and the rear facing. We're about to go ahead and grab some lunch right now. It's about that time. I had to step away from the computer for a little bit and grab something to eat for me and the wifey. But you guys can see the 4K quality out the front camera and the great quality out the back too. And now with this camera, I can see when the wife does some pulls, you know? Not just pulls, but if she ever curbs any wheels, I can definitely catch that too. Here we can see the details that we can capture from zooming in. And if a car pulls up behind me, you guys will see how clear that is as well. I think one's pulling up right now. So you can see as the car is approaching, we can see all the details. The colors are very vibrant. The model of the car as well. So these are all necessary things that we need in order to, God forbid, create a report on anything, any hit and runs, you know, anything is possible. We also let the car park in a parking lot overnight. I'll download some footage from that time lapse so you guys can see what the parking mode looks like. And let's not only talk about the clarity of the picture of the videos, right? But also the sound. I love that this camera also has a built-in mic that you can capture the sound inside the cabin, but you can also catch some sounds outside the cabin if your windows are down, etc. It's whether it's you talking or maybe somebody's giving you a compliment on your car. some of these candid moments, I posted them on my Instagram before with my camera, but now I get to see if anybody's complimenting wifey's car, because we're actually going to be installing some more new mods on this one, so you guys have to stay tuned. Here we have some footage against the light. All right, the sun is in front of us and everything is just perfectly clear. I don't think I need to say any more. You guys have to definitely check this camera out. If it's something you're looking for, where it has the front facing and the rear facing, the ViewClear 70 is definitely the one you need. That is it for today's video. Hopefully this was very informative for anybody that's looking for a dash cam. And I installed this obviously on the X3 M40, but this fits the M3 as well. Any sedan, SUV, supercar, you might have to tuck the wires a little bit more, but make sure you check the description for all of the details and discount codes for this dash cam. Make sure you take advantage of the discounts that are being offered right now. If you have any questions about the installation, the product, anything like that, drop them down in the comments. I'll help you out as much as possible. And make sure you like this video, make sure you subscribe for more, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.